Hi there, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Morten Dam. I'm a proud father of four. I'm happily married to my amazing wife Benedict, and I'm speaking to you today from Denmark. And today I simply want to share a story with you. A story about timing, about challenges, about health, and about a opportunity. And why I generally believe that sometimes the biggest opportunities in life appears during the most difficult moments. Because to be completely honest with you, I was actually not looking for another network marketing adventure. After more than 20 plus years in this profession, I felt very comfortable with where I was professionally. I had already experienced a lot of success in this industry. Before network marketing, I worked as a chief sales officer for a quite large fitness nutrition company. And at the same time, I was working part-time on my network marketing adventure. Eventually, my part-time business earned double as much compared with my, traditional job. So that was quite interesting. That was the moment I decided to go all in this profession. And over the years, I've probably seen almost everything this profession has to offer. The good, the bad, the excitement, the disappointments, and the incredible life-changing stories. But in February 2025, life suddenly shifted for my family. My dear wife, Benedict, was diagnosed with breast cancer. And as you can probably imagine, we entered one of the most emotional and challenging periods of our lives. Suddenly, business was no longer the priority. Family became everything. And during the time, a close friend of mine from Germany reached out to me. He knew what we was going through, and he asked me, Morten, would you and Benedict be open to look into a very interesting health technology that I truly believe could benefit you? Now, because of the respect and the trust I have built with this gentleman over many years, we decided to stay open-minded and listen. Long story made short, we decided to try the products ourselves. And for more than 6 months, Benedict and I personally tested everything, the entire product line. What happened next honestly surprised us both. Physically, mentally, energy-wise, we experienced improvements on so many levels. But what made the biggest impression on us were the facts. The blood analysis doesn't lie. And throughout Benedict's treatment journey, we could clearly see positive changes happening inside her body. In fact, out of a group of around 30 people going through similar chemotherapy, same treatment, Benedict was the only person who completed the entire program without postponing a single chemotherapy session. And for us, that was deeply emotional, because at that point, this was no longer about business. This was personal. That experience was actually how CILI by Design entered our lives. And honestly, everything changed from there. Because after experiencing the products firsthand, I started doing what I always done for more than 2 decades in this industry. I began investigating the company deeply. And listen, I completely understand if some people are skeptical. Honestly, after 20 years in this industry, I became skeptical too. That's exactly why I do a serious due diligence before I ever attach my name, my reputation, and my family to any company. So I went deep. I had the privilege of personally meeting Brad Hager, the CEO and founder, not on a Zoom, physically face to face. I also met with the head scientist of the entire product line, Richard Richardson. And after all the conversations, all the preparations, all the research, we were honestly blown away. Not only by the science and the technology, but by the people, the vision, and the timing. And after more than 20 years in this profession, I learned to recognize when something is truly special. People sometimes ask me, Morten, after all these years, why are you still so passionate about network marketing? And the answer is simple. Because I have seen ordinary people creating extraordinary changes in their lives. I have seen families get more freedom. I have seen people regain belief in themselves. I've seen people finally start dreaming again. And network marketing didn't just change my income, it changed me as a human being. It taught me leadership. It taught me personal growth, communications, resilience. It taught me to believe bigger. Today, what excites me the most is the timing. Right now, we are standing at the very beginning of something here in Europe and Scandinavia. Almost nobody knows about this opportunity yet. And for me personally, that is incredibly exciting. Because I always loved being an entrepreneur, a pioneer, a first mover. First mover into new markets. Yes, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Yes, there are a lot of challenges, but historically have shown that the people who build early often become the leaders who shape the future. And I truly believe the timing now is extraordinary. This is not about hype. This is not about shortcuts. And this is definitely not quick, rich, quick. Eller get rich quick. This is about a vision. This is about commitment, consistency, and being willing to build something meaningful over time. Because freedom is not something you find, it's something you build. And if you are willing to work seriously, stay focused, and remain coachable, for sure this profession can absolutely create more time, more money, and more freedom for you and your family. But at the end of the day, this is no longer about business. For me, it's about impact. It's about helping people create more wealth, create more health, more hope, more possibilities, and more freedom in as many people's lives as possible. And maybe that's why this journey feels different. Because sometimes the biggest opportunities enter your lives disguised as difficult moments. When you're going through difficult moments, So my invitation to you today is simple. Keep an open mind. Take a closer look. Ask questions. And imagine where your life could be from 1 year from now, 3 years from now, or even 5 years from now. If you decide to move when the opportunity is still early, because timing can change everything, but only for the people willing to take action. So with that said, thank you so much for listening in, and I truly look forward to connecting with many of you very soon. So wish you all the best. Bye bye.